What is going on, YouTube family? It's Andrea here at VWFF Family Farm, and today is the day. It's time to plant the garden. I'm so excited. First, I wanted to tell you about this shirt I'm wearing. I found this at Tractor Supply. They're in no way giving me anything for telling you, but I thought, who doesn't love chicken shirts? They have all kinds of chicken shirts. I bought this one, and I got a really cute orange one that says, most of my tribe has feathers that I love. These are only like $9.99. So if you're like me and you're a t-shirt addict, check out TSC, because we love TSC. We're in there all the time. Anyway, back to the garden. Today I am planting potatoes. I am planting Yukon Gold. I went to the feed store to get some seed potatoes, which I haven't done in a few years because we've been just letting ours sprout what extra we had and planting those, and it's worked great. In the spring, we're planting ones from the previous fall that it sprouted, and in the fall, we're planting spring ones that sprouted. So it's worked out really well. People told us you can't do that because they won't grow, but ours have grown just fine. But we are very low and almost out of potatoes, so I went and bought seed potatoes. And like I said, I'm planting Yukon Gold. I'm also gonna go ahead and get my Chinese cabbages, maybe my onions. I don't know if they're big enough yet. All that cool weather stuff in the ground. There's been some years here in Arkansas that I would have had all that planted like 2 weeks ago, but we've just had some really cold weather here and freezing weather, and I didn't want to freeze all my stuff. Even though a lot of it'll survive, it does kind of stun it. But today's the day, and I'm taking you all along with me. All right, guys, I got the tractor started for the first time. I'm about to till. You're gonna see the tiller in action, because this is really good for the potatoes to put them up on a hill. We have a lot of flooding, spring rains with the severe weather and stuff we get in the spring. So this is really good to keep them up out of the puddled water between the rows. So I'm gonna get started. Alright guys, it's loud here on the highway, so I'm going to make this quick. I got the tilling done, I found me a helper, and we're about to get potatoes in the ground. As you can see, the tiller did a great job. It makes really beautiful rows. It's user error that some of them are a little crooked, but I did my best. I'm not necessarily a perfectionist, and Ben is, so when he sees it, I don't know, but at least it'll be done. So now I'm going to cover the potatoes. All right, we're multitasking while she's covering potatoes. I'm planting lettuces, Chinese cabbages, broccoli, all that kind of stuff. All right, guys, so Emily is finishing covering. We got the 2 rows of potatoes planted. That's a lot of potatoes. We've got Chinese cabbage, lettuces. We've got some broccoli and some cauliflower. I've planted Swiss chard, arugula, bok choy, a bunch of different lettuces, radishes, beets, and I'm pretty excited about these. I got these from Baker Creek. Peas. I'm really excited. Magnolia blossom and sugar magnolia tendril pea. I'm really excited about these. And then I planted just some plain sugar snap peas. But I'm really excited. I'm gonna put up like a trellis, probably not an arch trellis, just like a cattle panel for them to grow up. Make it a lot easier to pick them. And plus these make really beautiful flowers, so I'm really excited about that. Emily's finishing out here. I'm moving on. I am planting a carrot bed and an onion bed. So I'm gonna take y'all with me. All right, so I've got this raised bed here that I've been thinking about what to do with. I planted it full of sweet potatoes last year, and that worked out really awesome because it does not get full of grass because it's a really good composted soil. It's like the Back to Eden method in a raised bed. So I think for this early part of the year, I'm gonna fill it full of onion sets that Ben sprouted for me, as my helper. We're gonna fill it full of onion sets. Hopefully they will be out in time. I can fill it back full of sweet potatoes because that worked awesome. The vines took over and were pretty, and they shaded out any grass. So I definitely want to do sweet potatoes in a raised bed, but I think I'm gonna go with onions this early season. But the first step is clean it out. These were in there all winter, and this is what I got off of them. They sure are cute, but they didn't grow that well, but that's okay. So Ben sprouted all these onions for me, and I am just trying my best to separate them. They're in these big clumps without tearing them all up and get them stuck in this raised bed.
Okay guys, so we've been growing turnips, and I found this one the other day, and it's about the size of my head. It's crazy.
All right guys, this is the last thing I'm planting for today. I am beat. Emily's back there behind the camera. I think she's tired too. She's been helping me all afternoon. I'm gonna work up this raised bed. It's not really very raised, but it's the classic raised bed, like 6 inches high. It's been piled full of like mulch and leaves and stuff for quite a few years now, just because that was the place we dumped them all. It's worked beautifully. It's composted down. It's pretty loose, but I'm gonna loosen it up a little bit just because carrots like a loose soil. It helps them to grow long and grow down into it if it's not compacted and hard. So I'm gonna do that first. All right, last job for today, and then I gotta go milk a couple cows and check the beef cows. And then I am done for the day. It's been a long day, but when you get a beautiful day like this in March in Arkansas, you better take advantage of it. I am going to plant some atomic red carrots, some Amarillo carrots. These were a free gift from Baker Creek, but I'm gonna give them a try. Black Nebula, because I think those look awesome. Ox hearts. And then these are some my friend over at Roots and Refuge just shared with me. I'm so dumb and I just wrote carrots. I have no idea even what they are. So it's gonna be a surprise. And then these are Danvers carrots. That's my absolute favorite because of the type of soil we have here in Arkansas. These grow really well. They're kind of short and fat, so they don't have to grow super long because sometimes it gets dry and our soil gets pretty hard. So I'm gonna get to planting. With carrots, you just wanna sprinkle them and broadcast them. They're tiny little seeds, so you have to be careful not to sow them too thick because you're just wasting seed. And then you have to keep them moist while they're trying to germinate. That's the hardest part. And you don't plant them very deep at all. Like you barely even cover them. And I think that's why a lot of times people say their carrots don't come up because they've buried them too deep. I've done the same thing. So just barely put a dusting of dirt over them, if that. Thinking of not covering them really at all, because it seems like they get too deep. What do you think? All right, so I've made a decision on my own. Ben's back there cheering. I'm not covering these because a lot of times my carrots don't come up, like I told you a while ago, because they're too deep. So it says you can surface sow these and not cover them, so I'm giving it a try and I'll let you know how it goes. Come here, assistant, let's wrap this up. Lane assisted me this morning on goat trimming, sheep trimming, and then he got a bit of a break and Emily was my assistant. She worked hard. Y'all should see her, she's really dirty. Are you tired?
Yes.
Look at her pants, show them your knees. I think I've wore them out today.
I got mud on my face too.
Yeah, it's the new foundation. All right, we're jumping off here because we're tired, aren't we?
Yes.
Actually, still got more work to do too.
Yeah, I got to milk cows and go check.
You got to milk?
Yeah. And cook.
And feed.
And clean.
Let's go feed cows.
All right, we will see you guys later. Thanks for always spending time with us and for all your kind comments. If you hadn't subscribed, do that. Leave us a comment, thumbs up, share us, all those good things. We'll see y'all later, and God bless.
Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, yah.